Hi, welcome to Onwards by Design with Bonnie. Today I'm going to break the rules and I'm using the front camera on my phone to create this video. I feel like I have made such a big deal of this video in my head that I'm not getting it done, and this message needs to get out to people sooner than later. Today I wanted to talk to you about how to help those, how to support those who are grieving, how to support those who are taking care of friends or family, their loved ones, even those who are taking care of their kids. And yet I'm outside and it's a truck. Oh, wow. This message needs to get out, and I'm done just trying to make it perfect. I have some notes down here right in front of me, and I want you to know that many of the notes that I have wanted to share with you are actually already on my website, onwardsbydesign.com. So up to the resources tab, click on that, and you can download the package I've created for free. In that, there's also a little wallet size printout. So those of you who keep getting asked, how can I help? You know what, just print that out, have it, and keep those in your wallet. Then when you run into someone at the grocery store, you're out and about, you're filling your car with gas, and you run into a neighbor and they say, oh my goodness, how can I help? I had no idea that such and such was going on. Say, well, actually, here are some ideas. Take that out of your wallet, give it to them, and done and done. It'll be a list of 10 things that are actually helpful. And of course, please continue to add comments to this video with more useful ways to help people. So in my experience, when my husband was sick with cancer, and again, when he was in hospice, and then after he passed, people would say, how can I help? What can I do? Well, here's the thing. When you're busy like that as the caretaker, even when you are the widow or the one who's grieving, the brain is a mess. There are so many other things going on. Can't think what you need to do in a day from now or 2 days from now. It's like asking someone who's lost in a maze for directions. It's probably not going to be useful. They might say something just to usher you along, but it's probably not actually useful for what that person needs. So thank you everyone for your wonderful intentions. I know those of you who want to help. Wow, bless your heart. You're incredible for reaching out or stopping and taking the time and saying, how can I help? But let's put that phrase aside and let's actually do things that are useful and that you can do. One other thing before I go on is you'll know when you don't actually have time to help. So please don't offer help if you don't actually have the time to help. Your well wishes and your good intention, just hoping things are going to go okay, are good enough. You will have another opportunity to help if you really want to help when you're more available. Because honestly, there's nothing worse than empty promises. It's kind of insulting. So please only go ahead and offer what you are actually capable of delivering. Because if I get asked, hey, Bonnie, what do you need help with? I could say something like, could you please mow the lawn? And I would really hope that I would come home from the hospital, or I'd come home from the hospice and the lawn is done. One thing off my list, and then I know I can trust that person and I can rely on them, if even to do something like bring the garbage to the curb without me having to think about it. Okay? So let's go ahead and tackle some of the things that I have in the toolkit provided on my website. Again, go to onwardsbydesign.com, click on the resources tab, or you can also scroll to the bottom of the page. I think that might move, but for now, go to the resources tab and there's a free download there and all yours. So, number one, could you please, again, do things that are useful? Things that are useful. Yes, you can make meals. Those meals had better come in disposable containers with disposable utensils and disposable plates and disposable napkins and make it feel special, not just like you whip together some crappy casserole. No, my kids and I have celiac, and so we couldn't accept food anyways. Even those who said that they could or would, no, the allergy issue is just, well, it's not really an allergy, but it's off the chart. But you know what's great? Fresh fruit, vegetables, all chopped and ready to go, because when you're coming and going to the hospital or the hospice or you're grieving, oh my God, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, delicious. And you don't need to worry about too many allergens when it comes to that, unless somebody has an allergy to a particular fruit or vegetable, in which case ask and handle it and research what it means to have that allergy and take the proper precautions. And if someone says, no, thank you, then maybe, you know what, you get their groceries delivered. You can send them the basics, send them the staples, have it delivered to their door. Okay? That's another thing you can do. Just drop a coffee off at the door, at your friend's door. They're grieving. They maybe don't want to talk to anybody. Drop it off. Send them a text saying, hey, I dropped it off. Thought you might like it. In the winter, just shovel the driveway, shovel the laneway. If you can, get a few people together and pay for a service to take care of it for you. Done and done. Cash. Oh, it's so handy. A no-brainer. Do it. What else? I'm just looking down my list. Fold the laundry. This sounds really personal, but I used to wash all of our laundry, but never really had a chance to. Some kids walking by after school. So I used to be able to wash the laundry, but never got around to folding the laundry and putting it away. And so what I would do, I would take my big laundry basket of clean clothes, set it out at the front door outside, and a friend would come and pick it up, fold it, and bring it back to me. I wasn't home all the time. The interaction and trying to schedule all of that was very challenging. But, sometimes I'd come home and it was all folded. Did it ever get put away? Probably not. That's okay. I felt like, okay, got one thing done. Let me look at my list here. Things that truly make a difference. Yeah, you could take the kids out, something fun and distracting. That's awesome if you do that. Make sure I have enough time. We'll talk about me here as an example. Make sure I would have enough time to take a shower or rest. And that you're not going to be calling me every 2 minutes to ask me if something's okay or if this and then that. I want to be able to trust that you have things handled and I can have the peace and quiet. Do I want my kids gone all the time? No, I love my kids and I wanted to spend time with my kids and I still do. And sometimes the most helpful thing, again, is just empty the dishwasher. And it's nice to come home to a clean kitchen. You don't have to worry about it. Percent dish fairy. Another big thing is you can sit with your friend or your loved one and not say a word. Grief is wild. It is a roller coaster. It is a beast. And it accesses such a primitive part of your brain that you might have no idea what's going on with you. And you might feel like you're losing it and like you're out of control and you can't remember what's what. I couldn't remember how to make rice for the longest time. It's so easy, right? Like I couldn't access that part of my memory or whatever was happening. So if I had someone just to sit beside me and maybe bring a coffee or something else and listen to me ramble, have a laugh at the horrendous things or cry about the great things that are being lived, and that person not judge me at all, what a gift. What a gift. I don't remember a lot of what has happened over the last 4 years in terms of specificity, but I do remember the feelings that people hear. And I remember the compassion. I remember people's intention. And I remember kindness. I remember all the other stuff too. There's crazy stuff that goes on when you're a widow. People's assumptions are few. But anyways, that's for another podcast or another video. Yeah. So don't get too alarmed if your friend or your loved one, the person who is grieving, sounds way off. Or if you please talk to a therapist, talk to a psychologist, talk to a person's doctor with them. Also recognize that there's primitive part of your brain that is being kind of woken up and stirred up, and a lot of things are just human nature. So let them get it out and be that soft place for them to land. Looking at my note, yeah, there isn't one size that fits all. So what works for one person in terms of support doesn't necessarily work for the other person. Again, grieving is this windy road and it's different for everyone. So again, don't expect that traveling the laneway for Joe is going to be ideal for Jane. On what they need. Some people like shoveling and it all their feelings out. Cool. Awesome. So what I want you to do is remember that those who are grieving and those who are taking care of the ill in whatever capacity need help. They need your support. They cannot do it all. And they need a soft place to land. And those who are taking care of those who are taking care of others also need your support. This is where the whole community and friendship and frankly, strangers coming together to support one another. Not one single person can manage everything. So please recognize in others when they're having a hard time and do the little thing. Sweep the driveway. I'm just looking around outside here because I'm sitting on a step and oh my goodness, if someone could just come by and weed the garden without me having to be off. Or if they just walk my car, I'll let that in the driveway. Cool. Although the alarm would go off, so that. How about the mowing the lawn, where there's getting rid of the ants? Yeah. All those ants come up in the driveway. Yeah, get rid of those. So your neighbor did that. That was super nice. Yeah. So listen, let's just get out there and support people. Let's normalize grieving. This is a part of our human experience, and make sure that, what goes around comes. Okay. I know I keep looking down at these notes that I want to make sure I cover everything. I really want to thank you for supporting me. Please share these videos, share the information, share on lidsbydesign.com. Like it, follow it, all those great things. Go get that free resource. Go download it on my website, onwardsbydesign.com. Click on the resources tab and download the document for how you can support the grieving. And I want to also add in there, it's really just support people who need help in really specific details. I've written out ideas and you can be the hero of somebody's day. Okay? You've got this. I've got you. Have a good one. Bye.